And we're back here in Denver, and John Lynch, you know this. You get the best flyovers here at this stadium, don't you?
Nothing like it. I had the opportunity to play here for 4 years. Best flyovers in the league without question. And I think we're going to have a great game to match the flyovers.
Tim Tebow is ready. We have 62 degrees at the start of this game. The Lions won the toss, and they deferred. So the Broncos will receive. And there is John Fox in his first year after several campaigns in Carolina and reaching the Super Bowl one time, and Jim Schwartz in his third season as Lions head coach has turned his team around and now trying to short-circuit a losing streak after winning the first 5. So Jason Hanson will get the game underway, and Cassius Vaughn is back deep for the Broncos, and the ball sails out of the end zone. Broncos wearing orange. It's Orange Sunday, and the fans decked out in that color as well, as Tim Tebow comes onto the field, making his 5th career start, and 2-2 is his record coming in. He engineered 5 scoring drives in the 4th quarter or overtime in the last 2 games, looking to get off to a better start here. So,
real interesting tactic of deferring after winning the toss by Jim Schwartz. Tells me he wants a piece of Tim Tebow right away, as does Ndamukong Suh in this Detroit Lions defense.
First down on the 20, and Tebow will run it himself. And Tebow picks up about 5 yards on first down, with Kyle Vanden Bosch making the stop. The Denver Broncos offense, and Willis McGahee is out, and Knowshon Moreno gets the start in this game.
And Eric Decker, a playmaker for this offense. We'll see if Tim Tebow and he can hook up. Outstanding left tackle in Ryan Clady. J.D. Walton and Chris Cooper will have their hands full with Ndamukong Suh in the interior of that line today.
Second down and 5. And here is Moreno with his first carry, and he gets a first down and carries a Lion defender to the 35-yard line. Louis Delmas, the free safety, on the tackle, and a first down. And there's the defensive line, and it's not only Suh. This is a very strong front 4 pass rush department.
We see the front 4, but they bring more than 4 at you. They're very deep. Stephen Tulloch will be huge in this game today, spying Tim Tebow. The secondary's been very opportunistic. This team leads the league in turnover margin. A lot of that due to the secondary and the pressure up front of the Detroit Lions.
After the 10-yard pickup, first down, Tebow to throw in the pocket, gets time, and the pass is caught by Eric Decker and goes out of bounds. And another first down just shy of midfield, a gain of 14 for the Broncos.
Well, this is something you're going to be very pleased if you're a Broncos fan, because on this play he displays timing, he displays accuracy, something you didn't see in Miami, particularly early on. Good sign for Tim Tebow and the Broncos early today.
Lance Ball coming in at running back, and it'll be Ball and Moreno sharing the running back duties. And here, hole off the right side. Lance Ball deep into Lion territory is tackled inside the 20-yard line. A 34-yard gain with Spivey, the strong safety, finally catching up to it.
And watch Chris Cooper right here, the right guard. Orlando Franklin, the right tackle. They're going to create the hole, and Lance Ball does the rest. This has been the Detroit Lions' Achilles heel as a defense, the 28th ranked run defense coming into today, and the Broncos are taking advantage of that today.
And John, that's the longest run from scrimmage for the Broncos, and they bring Moreno right back in there. So Ball and Moreno, the 1-2 punch with McGahee out of action. And a first down at the 17 of the Lions. And a timeout is called. No, delay of the game. Excuse me, 5-yard penalty.
Still first down.
So it'll be first down and 15 for the Lions.
I think it's key when you see things like that. You have to remember Tim Tebow's in his 5th start of his career, his 2nd of 2011. You're going to see some things like that. Tim Tebow was confused. They caused a delay of game. We'll see if they can make up for it.
180.
In motion is Eddie Royal, and the handoff is to Moreno. Moreno trying to get outside, but the Lions are there. And no gain on the play. Good pursuit by Sammy Hill. The Lions, by the way, have had trouble in stopping the run. They are 28th in rushing defense, and they had 3 tough runners in the last 3 weeks in Michael Turner, Frank Gore, and Matt Forte, all going over 100.
Those are 3 exceptional runners. Gunther Cunningham talked to him this week. He says, we got to be better there. It's all about being in our gaps and tackling. That's been their problem. They're too good up front to be that bad against the run.
Second down and 14. Here comes the blitz. Picked up. And the pass into the end zone. Caught. No. Out of bounds. Eric Decker made the catch, and the official right there, seeing that Decker did not have both feet in bounds, goes out of the end zone and incomplete on the play. And let's see how close this was, John.
Let's see here. Excellent thrown football by Tim Tebow. 1 foot down, 2 feet down. I think that's going to be a catch and a touchdown. We'll see if John Fox challenges, and he does.
Well, what a beautiful throw by Tim Tebow, and a big challenge here.
Denver is challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass.
Walt Coleman is the referee, and we'll take a look at that play. We'll take a break here in Denver. No score, first quarter. And we have a challenge on the ruling that it was an incomplete pass. Mike Pereira is with us from L.A. And John, Matt, we've been looking at this replay and wonder whether Decker had possession before he got that first foot down.
That's the thing, Dick. You know, when he first possessed the ball, is the left foot down there? Did he have total control with that left toe still in the ground? These are the hardest to officiate on the field because they're clear he's on the dead run. But again, you got to look there. Did he have control of the ball here with that left toe still in the ground? Had it not come up off the ground yet? You know, these are.
Here's Walt Coleman.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Incomplete pass. Carolina will be charged with their first team
Mike,
timeout.
thanks very much. That's exactly was the situation, and I think the fans probably, you know, didn't get a chance to see it, John, that close to see that he didn't have it at the time.
Yeah, and I think the more you looked at it, the more it became clear that possession wasn't there. But again, if you're a Broncos fan, you've got to be encouraged. Tim Tebow is putting the ball on a dime right now. He's putting on the money. Very accurate here early today.
Broncos now with a 3rd down and 14 from the 21. Tebow getting the rush. Gets away. And the pass thrown incomplete, bouncing at the 20-yard line, and some pushing going on. Down on the near sideline, Moreno was the intended receiver.
We're going to see a screen pass, but the Lions are all over it. Tim Tebow tries to escape, but they're going to get the Broncos for linemen downfield.
Ineligible downfield prior to the pass, number 68, offense. That penalty's declined, 4th down.
So that's Zane Beadle's a left guard, and those things happen with the style of a Tim Tebow.
That's right. Plays go longer, and Tim's going to have to learn on a screen pass, if it's not good, you just got to get rid of the ball out of bounds because linemen are downfield.
So Matt Prater, who won the game with a 52-yard field goal in overtime against Miami last week, will attempt a 39-yarder to try to give the Broncos the lead. And Matt Prater, 39-yard field goal is good. And the Broncos on their first possession of the game take a 3-0 lead, paving the way for Matthew Stafford to enter. And welcome back to Denver, and the Detroit Lions getting set for their first offensive series as Stephon Logan is back deep and Matt Prater kicking off for Denver. And the kicks sail out of the stadium here at Mile High, and the Lions will take it at the 20. So Matthew Stafford, you want to know what kind of company he has kept in touchdown passes this year. Look at the names Rodgers, Breeze, and Brady surrounding him. And looking to turn things around, suffered a sprained right ankle on the final offensive play last week against Atlanta and got stronger every day and took the first team fully on Friday.
Jim Schwartz told us that you may not see the designed rollouts that you typically see with Matthew Stafford. Going to be interesting to watch how healthy he is.
Spread out with 4 receivers and an empty backfield, and the first pass is caught 9 yards to the former Bronco Tony Scheffler. Let's take a look at the Lions offensively, and Job at Best is out with a concussion, second straight game, so it's Maurice Morris and Calvin Johnson always the main target for Stafford.
And weapons galore in this offensive line. A good group, not a great group. Matthew Stafford's been under duress, sacked 8 times in the last 2 games.
Second down and 1, and they're going to a quick out to Titus Young, and Young getting the first down, and tightrope out of bounds at the 33 to pick up 4. Now the Broncos defense, and they have surrendered a lot of points, 29th in scoring, as you look at the fact that Dumerville back in there at defensive end.
And they're starting to play better, and a large part of that reason is Von Miller, the outstanding rookie. Some very experienced players and 1 rookie in the secondary, Champ Bailey and Brian Dawkins, future Hall of Famers.
First down, and on the end around, it's Nate Burleson. And it takes 3 Broncos to knock him out of bounds after picking up 8 yards, bringing up second down and 2 at the 41 of Detroit.
I like what Detroit's doing early on, Dick. Matthew Stafford been sacked a lot the last couple of weeks. His ankle's hurt. You do quick throws. You run a reverse. You start to get back playing on their terms, as Jim Schwartz said they needed to.
Mention 8 sacks. Stafford's been only sacked 14 times all year. Big part of the last 2 losses for the Lions. Second down and 1. Stafford with time, and the pass is caught by Titus Young. And another first down and a gain of 13 yards. Let's take a look at the Lions. A great start, winning their first 5 games before they stumbled at home.
And you talk about playing on their terms. You look at explosive offense, 380 yards the first 5, 287. But the big deal is third down. 34%, not great, but 11%, that's really bad. They got to be better on third down. And the Broncos right now got to get them to third down because they're not even getting there.
Into Bronco territory. And a first down at the 45 of Denver. And the handoff is to Morris. And Morris picking up 4 yards to the 41-yard line. And this team really hampered by not having the versatile Job at Best in there.
Yeah, and it's not just not having Job at Best. In preseason, they went out and drafted in the 2nd round Mikel Lesure, who they thought was just going to be a star. As a result, this is a throwing football team. They're going to run to keep Denver honest, but if I'm Denver, I'd make them beat me running the football.
27th in rushing coming into this game. Second down and 6. And a handoff, fake. And there's Stafford looking for a target. And wide open in the end zone to make the touchdown is Titus Young. No defender near him. Well, you know about secondary play, so you know about mix-ups back there, John.
I do know about mix-ups, but that one's he's so wide open, I can't tell you. It's Brian Dawkins and Andre Goodman both looking at each other. Sometimes there's just a miscommunication. I do know it can't happen. That will kill a defense bigger than anything else, and that's just too easy for Matthew Stafford, Titus Young. Miscommunication on behalf of the Denver Broncos.
And a 41-yard touchdown pass. And Young's first touchdown reception of his career, 2nd-round draft pick from Boise State. And Jason Hansen on for the extra point. And the Lions have taken a 7-3 lead. Broncos get a field goal, and now the throw from Stafford to a wide-open Titus Young. And welcome back to Denver.
And Dick, it's these 2 guys, Brian Dawkins, Andre Goodman. This is what you call the husband and wife. Miscommunication. They're both expecting help from each other. The end result is Matthew Stafford to Titus Young. And just like a husband and wife, you got to get that communication right or bad things happen.
I didn't know you were that kind of an attorney. Here's Cassius Vaughn on the return. And Vaughn gets put down at the 21-yard line. And Titus Young, exuberant, on the road as the Lions get the touchdown. And welcome back to Mile High, where the injured player is Virgil Green, Broncos tight end, who is a 7th-round draft pick out of Nevada.
And the best thing that I've seen is that he is moving around. At first it didn't look good, but the doctors are out there, and I've seen him move both his upper body and his legs, so that's a good sign, Dick.
And once again, you know, they changed the rule, moving the kickoff to 35 because the league recognized that most of the injuries occurred on kickoffs.
And you watch Virgil Green. Can't really see a whole lot right there in terms of what happened, but I do know that from playing a long time, the most violent contact on a football field happens on these kickoffs.
All right, so at least sitting up is Virgil Green, and we'll take another break. Virgil Green on the bench, and he walked off on his own power, was aided off, but was able to walk off. So now a first down at the 21 for the Broncos. Play action, and here's Tebow, and smartly throws it away.
And that's a good decision. You make a good point about smartly. Last week you didn't see a whole lot of that. You saw him holding on, taking hits. They try to play to his skills, move the pocket, little roll pass out. The Lions do a nice job of covering Noshawn Moreno.
Number 75.
And Tim Tebow does what he should and throws the football away. Eric Decker well covered by the secondary. But Tebow, this is what you worry about with him at your quarterback. Now, he is 240 pounds, but he's taken a lot of hits. 7 sacks last week versus the Dolphins.
2nd and 10. Chris Clark is an eligible lineman, number 75. The handoff is to Moreno, nowhere to go, and leans forward for about 1.5 yards. And Justin Durant making the tackle. So Willis McGahee, who has 3 100-yard games for the Broncos at running back, giving way to Moreno and Ball today.
Yeah. And I know this, the Broncos have run the ball well, but right here is exactly where they don't want to be with Tim Tebow as your quarterback. Tim said it himself. We want to stay out of 3rd and long. This is where you have to throw the ball accurately, throw it on time. We'll see if Tim Tebow can adjust.
And they spread out the offense, so the Lions ready to pin their ears back and come in, and they knock the ball away, and Tebow recovers. That's exactly what they did, and Tebow recovers his own fumble back on the 15, and 4th down coming up. It was Cliff Averill who got his hand on it.
And you can't blame that one on Tim Tebow. Orlando Franklin just breaks down in coverage. Cliff Averill comes around the edge, knocks the ball out. Tim Tebow aware to fall on that football. Orlando Franklin's got to do a better job of staying in front of Cliff Averill.
Stephon Logan and the Lions looking for good field position as Britton Colquitt with the kick, and the fair catch called for on the 37. So Logan gives the Lions decent starting position as the Lions leading 7-3 coming on. Late win by the Giants. Eli Manning with 2 touchdowns. Steven Jackson leading a big upset for the Rams over New Orleans by 31-21, and Arizona loses to the Baltimore Ravens. Arizona led most of the way.
And who would have thunk it after watching New Orleans Saints put 62 points on the board, get beat by the St. Louis Rams that we saw look awful last week versus Dallas. Crazy league.
Does not usually happen that way, though. And a first down at the 37 for the Lions, who went 80 yards on 6 plays. Here's Maurice Morris getting an opening, and Morris diving close to midfield gets the first down. And a pickup of about 12.5 with Quentin Carter, the rookie free safety, in on the tackle.
And if I'm the Broncos, I'm going to live with that. Obviously, you want to play the run better. But again, this Detroit Lions defense is going to beat you by throwing the ball downfield as they did to Titus Young. Live with that run. Play it a little tighter, but you got to be aware of Calvin Johnson down the field. And there he is, one-on-one with Champ Bailey.
That's the big matchup to watch. 10 Pro Bowls for Bailey. First down and 10, and the screen pass to Brandon Pettigrew, and the Broncos come up with a big defensive play. Von Miller, and what else is new? Miller with that kind of play all year, and right now let's send it down to the 3rd member of our team, Jamie Maggio.
Dick, thank you. Just an update on Virgil Green. As you guys mentioned, he was able to walk off the field on his own accord. They took him to the bench. The trainer was feeling around the vertebrae on the back of his neck. They took him back to the locker room. They're calling his return questionable.
Thank you, Jamie. Second down and 14 after Von Miller's superb play. Quick pass and the catch at midfield by Pettigrew. So they get to midfield, 5-yard pickup. And that will bring up third down. Chris Harris, the nickelback, making the tackle. And the Lions really have struggled in third down conversions. They need 1 yard here.
And I don't get it, frankly. When you have Matthew Stafford at the quarterback position and weapons like Calvin Johnson, Burleson, Titus Young, too many weapons not to be a good third down team.
And they need 9. That's a lot harder than 1. They've got to get to the 41 of Denver. Stafford chased from the pocket, in trouble, and goes out of bounds. So for the Broncos, a good defensive sequence there, and there was Ryan McBean, number 98, with the pressure at quarterback.
Calvin Johnson goes to the slot. That's who Matthew Stafford wants. But they go ahead and drop 8, only rush 3. Everybody covered in a zone coverage. Stafford has nowhere to go with the football. Von Miller puts pressure, flushes Stafford out of the pocket. Great job by the Broncos defense.
So on fourth down, Ryan Donahue will be kicking, and Quan Cosby is back deep for the Broncos. Cosby intending to run from the 14, breaks a tackle, and then gets stopped at the 20 after a 38-yard punt. So the Broncos trailing the Lions 7-3, get the ball back with under 5 to go in the first. Lions leading 7-3. John, let me get your early impressions of Tim Tebow thus far.
Well, I like what I see. You look at the stats, 1 for 4, not very good, but I like his feet. His feet are underneath him today. Last week his feet were all over. That allows you to throw the football accurately. 2 throws right here. He puts on the money. This one obviously an incomplete pass, but not because of Tim Tebow. Tim looks good today. They got to continue to run the football, and I think put him into rhythm by giving him some easy throws.
Broncos have outrushed the Lions 52-25, but 34 of them coming on Lance Ball's run. Once again, Chris Clark, tackle, eligible lineman up front. And the handoff to Moreno, who is stopped in his tracks. No gain on the play. Justin Durant.
The Broncos had the early success running the football, and Gunther Cunningham says, we're going to put out that fire. He's loading the box right now with 8 guys, and that's what you got to ask yourself. Can Tim Tebow handle that? Because when you load the box, you've got one-on-ones outside. You have to be able to take advantage of that.
And Lance Ball, who's back in the game, was in the game in overtime in the win over Miami last week. 2nd and 10, play action. Here's Tebow's throw, and it is caught at the 44 by Eric Decker. 16-yard gain.
An excellent play action. The Detroit Lions are expecting run. Tim Tebow sells it hard, steps up in the pocket, delivers a strike to Eric Decker. Tim Tebow continues to be in rhythm. This is progress for the Broncos and Tim Tebow.
Second catch of the game for Decker. And the Broncos first down. Here's Tebow. And trying to get outside, but he is brought down by Chris Houston after the short gain. Well, this November, Fox Sports steps into the octagon with an epic heavyweight title fight as the #1 ranked contender in the world, Junior Dos Santos, squares off with undefeated world champion Cain Velasquez in the must-see live event you can only catch on Fox. Dos Santos versus Velasquez for the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the World, live Saturday, November 12th on Fox. And Velasquez was a guest on the pregame show with the guys.
You like Howie or Velasquez? Right.
No comment. 2nd down and 7. Tebow stepping up and overthrows the intended receiver, Eddie Royal. Right now, a game break. Here's Kurt Menefee.
Steelers and Patriots in a big one, and Pittsburgh strikes first. Ben Roethlisberger to Mewelde Moore, 5 yards on the score. Caps off an 11-play drive to open things up for the Steelers, and a 7-0 lead over the Patriots. Dick and John.
Playoff kind of matchup there today.
Absolutely. That's good football there. See those guys, what they do, they win. And that's, when I look at Tim Tebow, everybody, all the critics, the one thing the guy's proven he can do is win. And that's what Jim Schwartz, Gunther Cunningham, everybody said from Detroit.
Tebow goes down at the 34. Stephen Tulloch. And that is the second sack of the game by the Detroit Lions, and a loss of 5. So it'll be 4th down and another punting situation for Denver.
Tim Tebow said it himself. They want to stay out of these 3rd and longs. Look at all these guys up here. Gunther's going to bring the pressure. Stephen Tulloch one-on-one on Noshawn Moreno. It's Willie Young that beats Fells outside. Too many people. Got to get rid of the football.
Colquitt with the kick, and Logan. Good high kick and a good hang time as well, and the Bearcats called by Logan at the 11-yard line. That was a 55-yard punt.
And you see after this play, Stephen Tulloch, you hear about Tebowing. Well, Stephen Tulloch puts the Tebow right on Tim Tebow.
It's become a worldwide phenomenon, hasn't it?
You knew that was coming. Oh, that's beautiful.
So the Lions will have it at the 11-yard line, and Jim Schwartz, and of course he was adamant, and you were observing their last 2 games, that they were dictated to, as you pointed out, in the last 2 games.
Yeah, I think so. And thus far, you talk about Tebow and Tim Tebow in Miami, to get down on a knee, start praying, even if everyone else around you is doing something completely different. We're seeing it all over the world, and seeing it right here from the Lions.
From the 11. Stafford handing off to Maurice Morris, faking it and drilling it, and the pass is caught. Faking the handoff, and the pass caught by Nate Burleson. And a first down, 15 yards.
We talk about the one-on-one matchup with Champ Bailey and Calvin Johnson right there. They give Champ Bailey help. They move Andre Goodman. They say, you got the one-on-one situation, and Nate Burleson takes advantage of that.
Andre Goodman played with the Lions for 4 years. First down on the 26. Here's Morris. Tackled from behind by Broderick Bunkley, and a pickup of 2.
The Lions went to their 2-back set there. A lot of teams do that against the Broncos because of how good of a player that Von Miller is. When you get him in a base personnel, he's playing behind the line of scrimmage, not as good. When you get him in a nickel situation, he's rushing the passer. That's where he's at his best.
And has 6 sacks this year, leading all rookies. 2nd down and 8 with under a minute to go in the first quarter. And Stafford running the ball and getting the first down and sliding at about the 48-yard line. And an alert play by Stafford, and a flag is down right where Stafford took the slide. 21 yards pending the call.
Personal foul on the defense. Hit the quarterback in the back of the head during the slide. 15-yard penalty. First down.
See Matthew Stafford working for that call, and they give it to him, and Broderick Bunkley coming from behind. I tell you, it doesn't look like much, but when that quarterback slides feet first, he gives himself up. You got to stay away from the quarterback.
So it's 21 yards plus 15. And now the Lions are on the 36 of the Broncos, and Maurice Morris off the left side, and he picks up about 4. And that may be the last play of the first quarter, and a quarter in which no passes were thrown in the vicinity of Calvin Johnson. We'll see what the second quarter brings. So an opening field goal matched by a Lion touchdown. And that is the end of the first quarter with the score: the Lions 7 and the Broncos 3. And Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages. Start of the second quarter, and John, they haven't gone Calvin Johnson's way yet.
Just wait, it's coming. And this is the area down in the red zone, down towards the Broncos end zone where they like him the most.
And that Johnson to the right, 2nd down and 6. Matt Stafford, and gets rid of it. Threw it to the line of scrimmage, and incomplete pass. Will Heller was the intended receiver, and Demaryius Thomas came on strong, number 79.
And I told you just wait, because here's where Matthew Stafford was looking at Calvin Johnson. A little double move, tried to get the big play, and a great job by Andre Goodman. Double coverage with Brian Dawkins. Stafford does a nice job getting rid of the ball. Puts him in a 3rd and 6 situation.
And that was the first incompletion thrown by Stafford today. Ball at the 32 of Denver. Stafford on a design rollout pass, and it is ruled incomplete. The intended receiver was Nate Burleson, so 4th down coming up, and Brian Dawkins, the 16-year veteran at age 38. How about Dawkins?
Well, it's pretty phenomenal. It's really unprecedented. The safeties, I think someone else has tied him playing 16 years, but still playing at a very high level. Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator, is doing a nice job of putting him in position to succeed. You don't want him doing a whole lot of covering at this point in his career. You want him up towards the line of scrimmage, but he just showed he still can't cover when he needs to.
Jason Hanson with a 50-yard attempt. Kick is good. So Jason Hanson, now with 49 career 50-yard field goals or more, most in NFL history, brings the Lions to a 7-point lead. Splendid day here in Denver. And there is Brian Dawkins, age 38, who made the defensive play, and getting ready to kick off is 41-year-old Jason Hanson. And he's kicking to Quan Cosby. And I wonder why you're not out there still, John Lynch.
Gotta know when to say when. I'm having too much fun up here, too.
And the kick sails out of the end zone, and the Broncos will get to the 20. So ages 38 and 41 involved on the last 2 plays.
Yeah, AARP time for the Denver Broncos and Brian Dawkins and Jason Hanson. But these are 2 guys who are still doing it at a high level. It's remarkable, and I tell you, maybe I could have played longer with these new rules for these players. You can never practice. You can never practice in pads. I could have played till I was 50, maybe.
Of course, you played with the Broncos as well as your big career with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lance Ball is the running back and gets the call. He had the 34-yard run earlier, and he picks up 3 yards. So let's take a stroll down memory lane, and let's see number 7 in action in a Bronco uniform here.
I'm counting fine money here.
Earlier in the year, I asked you about the new rules as far as the contact, and you said, you know, they would take my paycheck away, right?
Well, that's the real reason I'm up here. I couldn't play in this day and age.
Have a hunch you might. 2nd down and 7. Tebow, and the pass intended for Demaryius Thomas, the tight end, incomplete. Let's check in with Kurt Menefee for a game break.
The San Francisco 49ers coming off that bye week, trying to keep the momentum they had in the early part of the season. Hey, you get runs like that out of Frank Gore, why not? 4-yard score, they're up 10-0 over the Cleveland Browns into the first quarter. Dick and John?
Thank you, Kurt. And here the Lions are leading by a touchdown. Jamie Maggio is down on the field as well in the opening minute of the second quarter. 3rd down and 7 upcoming for the Broncos. Tebow unleashes it, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Demaryius Thomas, covered by Louis Delmas, and covered well.
And it's Aaron Berry at the cornerback position along with Lewis Thomas, and that's just good defense. Good job by Demaryius Thomas going up and getting the football, but just good defense, playing his hands, playing right through him, and he forces. Remember, there used to be a force out in the NFL. No force out anymore. So Aaron Berry doing the right thing, pushing Demaryius Thomas out of bounds.
Colquitt with the punt, and Logan coming up and making the fair catch at the 32. That was a 45-yard kick. And Broncos and Lions pumping helmets. And Berry, who really made the good play last time defensively, fly over for him. Calvin Johnson hasn't been thrown to yet, but comes into this game amongst the leaders as a wide receiver in the league. 10 touchdown passes, and Champ Bailey, veteran cornerback, trying to shadow him. First down and 10 at the 32. Stafford incomplete on a shallow cross to Titus Young.
A large part of the reason that you see 0 catches is he's playing against one of the great corners, and Champ Bailey admitted it. No one can cover this guy all day long one-on-one, but they've put him out there a lot. Matt Stafford's going to other people like Titus Young. But at some point during this day, double coverage there, some point during this day, they're going to take a shot downfield to Calvin. This is a tremendous matchup in a game of matchups.
Second down and 10. The handoff is to Morris, and Morris brings it out beyond the 40-yard line. Tackled by Wesley Woodyard.
Looks like the Lions up on the ball right away, going a little bit of a no-huddle, quick tempo. Again, trying to dictate, trying to get back the pace they want to play at.
Third down and 1. Morris. And it looked like his forward progress was sufficient for the first down.
Dick, you're starting to see this game really swing back in favor of the Lions. And you see the surge up front, only 1 yard. And that's the key. This is a team that's been struggling on third down. You win third down on first and second down. Third and 1's a whole lot easier to convert than third and 8's, which we're seeing the Broncos now with Tim Tebow start to have. And it's been a very balanced offense thus far for the Detroit Lions.
And when you can run the ball, you open up the pass for Stafford, which is what the Lions really want to do. First down, and there's the quick, and it's a bad pass, incomplete. Burleson was out there in the flat, and it'll bring up second and 10.
And it's really interesting. You see Matthew Stafford continue to go to other people other than Calvin Johnson. I think it's a good ploy on Matthew Stafford's part because you kind of lull him to sleep, but at some point he's going to go downfield. Matthew Stafford will trust it, and we're going to see a great showdown between Champ Bailey and Matthew Stafford going up for the ball.
Second down and 10 from the 43 of Detroit. And there is Morris on the handoff. Nothing doing there. As the Broncos middle closes fast, led by Marcus Thomas and Chris Harris from the secondary. A game, though, of 3, bringing up third down.
We talk about the balance that Scott Linehan and this Detroit Lions offense have had. Again, if I'm the Denver Broncos, I make them beat me running the football. They won't beat you that way. They'll beat you throwing the football.
Let's see what Scott Linehan has in mind on 3rd and 7 for the Lions.
No, he moved Calvin to the slot to get him away from Champ Bailey.
And Titus Young in motion right near Calvin Johnson. Pass going in that area, and it's caught by Calvin Johnson, his first catch, and a first down into Bronco territory, picking up 11 yards.
Well, very astute on Scott Linehan's part, putting Calvin Johnson in the slot. He draws Chris Harris, an undrafted free agent, as opposed to Champ Bailey. Good movement by Scott Linehan, and if I'm the Broncos, I match that. Wherever Calvin goes, I'm putting Champ Bailey.
First catch of the game for Calvin Johnson. Keelan Williams checking into the game for the first time at running back for Detroit. Gets the handoff and dives inside the 40 and a good 6 yards on first down with Jason Hunter bringing him down.
And it's really well executed by the Detroit Lions. We talked about it. 8 sacks in the last 2 games. Best way to chill that. Easy, quick throws and run the football. And you protect your franchise quarterback in Matthew Stafford, who comes in a little hobbled to start with.
And John, this is a big game for the Lions. Everyone talks about Tim Tebow, but they got the bye week coming up, want to end that losing streak at 2, and it was at home as well. There you see the ball control numbers thus far. 2nd down and 6. Stafford's pass, and it's incomplete, and nowhere near Burleson, the intended receiver.
And I tell you, the respect that Matthew Stafford is showing for Champ Bailey right now is phenomenal, because he was in a one-on-one situation. They brought pressure right there, but Matthew Stafford again went away from Champ Bailey and Calvin Johnson. And that's the ultimate respect, when you go away from your best because of their best.
What a career for Champ Bailey. Bronco crowd turns it up a notch. On 3rd down, flag goes down, and Stafford is tackled at the 46, penalty marker down, as the Broncos get to Stafford for the 2nd time in the game. Here's Walt Coleman.
Holding, number 76, offense, penalty decline, 4th down.
Jeff Backus, the left tackle, holding on the play, so it'll be 4th down, and the Lions will have to punt.
Well, and it was Robert Ayers that came up with the sack, but it was Elvis Dumerville that caused the sack. I'm watching something down on the field, though. Champ Bailey came up limping after the last play. We got to keep an eye on that, obviously, with him doing such a great job on Calvin Johnson.
So Ryan Donahue is in to kick, and Quan Cosby goes back inside the 10 for the Broncos. Trying to keep it inside the 20 is Donahue. And this one bounces, and they'll rule it a touchback.
Can the Detroit defense continue to get after Tim Tebow? They've done a nice job of it thus far.
Yes, and after the parachutist lands, what else does he do?
He does the Tebow. And you know who needs to start doing the Tebow in my mind? Offensive coordinator Mike McCoy.
Is an eligible receiver. 75 is eligible.
As 75 reports as an eligible receiver. But what I'm talking about, you got to get him easy throws. I think you put a quarterback into rhythm by your play calling. I want to see some of those quick throws that we're seeing from Matt Stafford.
1st and 10 from the 20 with 2 tight ends. And here is Tebow going deep and overthrows Eric Decker, who is covered by Eric Wright downfield. Tebow 2 for 9 for 30 yards. He has rushed twice for 8 yards, and you saw Champ Bailey on the sideline, and he might have gotten shaken up, as you pointed out, going to the sideline, and he doesn't look at all pleased at this point.
Now we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously a huge part of this game. But right now it's Tim Tebow and this Broncos offense that need to get going.
2nd down and 10. Hand off to Moreno. And Moreno is stopped just shy of the 25 by Stephen Tulloch, getting 4 yards.
In a better 3rd down situation now at 3rd and 6. Not ideal. And what happens to a young quarterback on 3rd down, Dick? You see Gunther Cunningham or any defensive coordinator, you see their best stuff. They prepare for 3rd down all week because it's so critical to winning and losing. The windows get tighter. Defenders sit at the sticks. This is where it gets tough for Tim Tebow.
Who, as you saw, has thrown 7 straight incompletions, needing 6 yards for a first down. Tebow with the pressure, and the pass broken up. Decker was the intended receiver, and Aaron Berry making his 2nd strong play from the secondary, bringing up 4th down.
Well, and Gunther Cunningham's right now saying, you're going to have to beat us throwing the football. We're not going to let you run it. We're going to put our guys one-on-one, and we don't think you can beat us, and that's an inaccurate throw. Tim Tebow's got to have a better throw. Put the ball in front of Eric Decker. Too easy for Aaron Berry with the ball thrown behind Eric Decker.
Britton Colquitt is in to kick. from the 10, and Stephon Logan back for the Lions. With 6 minutes gone by here in this second quarter, and once again good hang time by Colquitt. Logan giving it a run and gets to the 32-yard line. So the Lions getting it done defensively today. You're absolutely right. Their strategy has paid off, and the Lions lead 10-3. Lions lead the Broncos 10-3. Nearly midway through the second quarter. Champ Bailey, who was shaken up back in at cornerback for the Broncos. First and 10 at the 32. Stafford going underneath and completes the pass to Brandon Pettigrew, his tight end, and gets 7.
And here's what I saw earlier. Champ Bailey up top working against. This is the previous series. Calvin Johnson's going to push him off. But watch at the end of this play. Champ come up a little lame. And you don't want to be lame at all against Calvin Johnson, because you better be at full throttle. You got to keep an eye on that.
And he's keeping an eye on Johnson right now to the right on second down and 3. Keelan Williams, the setback. Stafford pass, and it's complete. And it's Calvin Johnson, who is defended by Champ Bailey, who makes the catch, but not before Johnson picks up 19.
Well, when you run the football well, play action works. The Broncos bring 8 guys in the box to try to defend the run. It opens up. Matt Stafford hangs in there tough. It opens up a big hole for Calvin Johnson, and a nice job of tackling by Champ Bailey, or he goes the distance.
DJ Williams knocking Stafford down, but not before he delivered that first down pass. And off to Keelan Williams. Williams close to the first down near the 32-yard line. Chris Harris on the play, and for a game break, let's again check in with Kurt Menefee.
Well, the Patriots picked off Ben Roethlisberger deep in Steeler territory, and then Tom Brady and Deion Branch turned it into points. 10-7 right now. Pittsburgh holding on to the lead at home midway through the second quarter. Dick and down.
Sometimes they make it look easy, the Patriots, on offense.
Tom Brady, he's all right. I think he's got a chance.
I like your standards, John. They're high. First down at the 32 of the Broncos. Keelan Williams trying to go up the middle and picks up a couple.
Dick, I think you can sense this. The Broncos need something good to happen. They've lost this crowd. You got a crowd ready. It's Tim Tebow mania. The crowd is dead silent right now. Detroit Lions are dictating this game. You need something good to happen. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I start pressuring Matthew Stafford. You got to make something happen.
Lions with the edge in total yards, first downs, and in third downs, and the Broncos not yet at a third down situation. 0 for 5. It'll be second down and 8, and the play action under pressure, and the pass, jump ball, and let's see if holding on was Tony Scheffler, and he did. Tony Scheffler with great concentration. Not only Chris Harris holds on to it and gets 28 yards, first and goal.
Well, Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator, was on the same page. He brought the pressure, created the one-on-one, and what concentration by Tony Scheffler. He battles Chris Harris for the football. Chris Harris, you can't do a better job. Tony Scheffler just sticks with the football. He follows it at once, twice, and brings it in. The former Bronco wanting to play well versus old team.
First and goal from the 2, and Maurice Morris back into the game. He is stopped short of the goal line. So Tony Scheffler coming back to Denver, played 4 years with the Broncos. The last time he played with them was 2009.
And Dick, you know I'm a firm believer, because we've had other situations. Whenever you're bringing a guy back that got traded or cut by a former team, throw to him that day, because he wants to beat these guys very badly.
Second and goal from the 1, and Keelan Williams now comes in. Trying to end that red zone slump. There's the back through, and it's Keelan Williams. And no signal given. May have been stopped again by the line. So Morris tried it, and then Williams attempted it, and Von Miller right in the middle of it, bringing up third and goal.
And a good job of being stout by the Denver Broncos interior of that defensive line. Now they bring in their heavy package, and it looks like the Lions are going to try to just, again, jam it right down their throat. Got to watch the play action if you're the Denver Broncos.
They roll it out, and the pass caught. Touchdown, Tony Scheffler. And what satisfaction he must feel in getting a touchdown against his former team in his return.
Beautiful execution by the Detroit Lions. They bring in their heavy personnel. I told you watch out for play action. Scheffler right here. You motion him to the left. You come back misdirection.
1 yard touchdown pass. Hansen on for the extra point. And the Lions now with 17 unanswered points here in Denver, taking the 17-3 lead.
It was Scheffler's series. He battles concentration, gets him down to the 2-yard line. It's a great shot. And then he's going to do all that work. Let him finish the drive versus former team Matthew Stafford with an easy pitch and catch to Tony Scheffler.
And they play 68-yard drive. And for Scheffler, it's his third touchdown catch of the year. Had 2 scores on 6 receptions, so he has made them count this season without question.
Absolutely. Hasn't had a whole lot of catches, but he's certainly made them count. And he hits his old team with the mile-high salute.
And for Matthew Stafford, his 18th touchdown pass, and when he came out, showed you what kind of big-time company he was in. Quan Cosby is back deep to receive the kick with 4:11 remaining in the first half. Stafford 12 of 17 for 149 yards and 2 touchdown passes. And the Broncos will take it out on the 20. Well, Fox tonight, The Simpsons' all-new Treehouse of Horror is finally here. The Halloween tradition lives on with 4 terrifying tales you'll absolutely die for. The Simpsons' all-new Treehouse of Horror tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox. You know, John, on this Orange Sunday here in Denver, we have at least half of the Halloween color. We have orange, the other color is blue. A black will join everyone else tomorrow night in Halloween. Here's Tebow at the 20. His team down by 2 touchdowns. Running up the middle. The way he scored that 2-point conversion against Miami at the end and gets 6 yards.
Tim Tebow, you see at the end of that play, and that's the dilemma. Do you let him just go be Tim Tebow, or do you tell him to protect himself? At the end of this play, he clearly, someone has told him, protect yourself. I don't know if you should do that to him, because I think he's too good of a runner, too explosive of a runner.
2nd down and 4. Again, Tebow going outside, but the Lions pursue, and Willie Young limits Tebow to a gain of 1 yard. He has carried 4 times for 15 yards thus far in the game.
And the Bronco fans not liking 2 consecutive runs. Now the good news is you put yourself in a 3rd and 3 situation. Much easier than the 3rd and 8s we've been seeing.
And the Broncos 0 for 5 on 3rd down conversions, trying to break through, needing 3. Tebow's pass, it's caught, but not getting the first down is Eddie Royal, and Eric Wright makes an alert play, preventing Royal from getting the necessary yardage. So 4th down coming up, kicking situation.
You know, and that's a good throw, a well-thrown football. That's good defensive play by Eric Wright and the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions, we should note, 3rd-ranked 3rd down defense coming into this game. They've certainly even improved upon that at 0-6. 0 for 6 now for the Denver Broncos today.
Logan is back, and Colquitt will kick it. Logan reverses his direction. Getting a wall of blockers. Slowed up and pushed out of bounds. Pretty good return by Stephon Logan, and a flag goes down at the end of the play. With 2:05 remaining in the first half, close to the 2-minute warning. Logan was knocked out of bounds at the 36.
I think what they're conferencing now, but it looks like they got Chris Harris after the play for hitting Stephon Logan out of bounds.
We have 2 fouls on the kicking team. Personal foul, number 4. Personal foul, number 25. 15-yard will be assessed at the end of the play. First down.
Colquitt and Harris both called for the personal foul.
Well, things coming unglued right now for the Denver Broncos. I tell you, it's never good when your punter's getting a personal foul for being a little too aggressive after the play. He's having an outstanding year. He should stick to punting.
And he shouldn't be making the tackle either, because that means everyone else missed. So they'll mark it, and the Lions will have the ball in Bronco territory at the 49 with 2:05 remaining.
I think right now what you're seeing from the Detroit Lions, we've documented it, 5 wins to start the season, 2 losses. This is what good teams do. You come back, you bounce back, and you explode on people.
Especially when you have the bye week coming up and then a game against the Chicago Bears, a division foe. First down, and the pass caught at the 44 by Burleson, with Woodyard putting the hit on, a gain of 5 yards. And we're down to the 2-minute warning. We'll return to Denver's Mile High in just a moment.
That is a 2-minute warning.
Up on the Visa halftime report, Kirk, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy will have all the scores and highlights. The Rams win their first game of the year, upsetting the New Orleans Saints. A huge upset. And the Patriots are dueling the Steelers in Steeltown in western Pennsylvania. Nick Stockton with the hard-hitting, strong safety, John Lynch. 2nd down and 5 following the 2-minute warning. Stafford, the play breaking down, getting a rush. The screen pass intended for Morris is incomplete, and it was Von Miller forcing the play, bringing up 3rd and 5.
And Von Miller, this is a special player here, and that's what we need to see more of if you're the Denver Broncos. He gets hand-to-hand with Matthew Stafford. You saw Stafford shaking that hand. You never like to see that from your quarterback.
Lions are 3 for 6 in 3rd down situations. Stafford's pass caught by Calvin Johnson, and Johnson works his way down to the 27 and a first down. Quentin Carter, the rookie free safety, on the play, and a gain of 17. So Johnson getting a lot more attention here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, if you're Scott Linehan, the offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions, if they're going to not bring Champ Bailey into the slot, you're going to wear Chris Harris out. You got an undrafted free agent against Calvin Johnson. I'd go to him all day long. They better make an adjustment, start leaving Champ Bailey on Calvin.
And a first down, Morris with the run, and works his way to the 20 where Chris Harris is there. Gain of 6 yards.
Chris Harris, with all he made some outstanding plays late in the Miami game that helped them win a game, but you're asking too much of a young kid to put him on Calvin Johnson. When you got a guy, I played with Champ Bailey for a long time. He plays the slot as well as he plays outside.
Harris coming in as the nickelback, undrafted rookie from Kansas, on 2nd down and 4, and over the middle, and a good catch by Maurice Morris, and a first down at the 14. And it was Woodyard and Harris on the play, and a timeout called by the Lions with 43 seconds remaining in the first half. That's their first timeout of the game, and the Lions going up and down the field, outgaining the Broncos, John, 260 to 88.
And if you're the Denver Broncos, you've got to keep them out of the end zone. You'd love a turnover, but you have to keep them out of the end zone. Limit to a field goal. And remember, the one thing we know about Tim Tebow, he's shown in his career he can bring back some comeback wins. But you got to help him out by keeping the Detroit Lions out of the end zone.
You don't want to press your luck too much.
That's right.
And meanwhile, the Lions, by extending the margin here, taking the run out of the picture for the Broncos, although they're not going to abandon it, I'm sure, but putting more pressure on Tebow.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 on the 14. Pass out in the flat. Calvin Johnson, 1st down. Gets knocked down to the goal line and close to the touchdown, but stopped about a half a yard shy. DJ Williams making the play, 16 yards. So 4 catches by Calvin Johnson here in the 2nd quarter.
Here's Calvin Johnson. You want to keep it from Champ Bailey. Away from Champ Bailey, you throw a quick screen. Great job by Gosder Charles, and look at this hit by DJ Williams. But that's the toughness of Calvin Johnson. This guy has it all. He's got the speed, the size, but then the toughness to get up from a lick like that. Remember, he's 235 pounds. I'm not so sure DJ didn't take the brunt of that. This guy is something, Dick. I've never seen a guy this big, this explosive, this tough. And, you know, the greatest thing about him, we have an opportunity to sit with him. He's as humble as they come.
He walks into a room. When we saw him wearing a vest and glasses, looked like a professor. Looked like he taught at Georgia Tech instead of played there.
He teaches in the NFL each and every week how to play receivers.
4 catches, 60 yards, all in the 2nd quarter for Calvin Johnson.
Review.
So they're going to review this play.
Remember, inside of 2 minutes, this comes from the booth. So the booth saw something, and it's likely going to be as to whether he crossed the end zone with the football. See the quick screen, let Von Miller come upfield. Calvin goes to work with his yards after the catch. Watch at the end. I think you focus on that right arm of Calvin Johnson.
So if there's a chance there could be a touchdown, that's what we're talking about by reviewing it.
Remember, the right hand, he can put that down. He's not down yet. Any other part of that right arm goes down, he is down. You need conclusive evidence to overturn. Really hard for me to tell because his back is up on.
They ruled it no touchdown.
Here's the hit.
And let's see if a Bronco actually pushed Calvin Johnson into the end zone.
I think his right elbow's down. I think it's going to remain how they called it on the field.
Robert Ayers was the lineman who almost catapulted Calvin Johnson past the goal line.
They're going to look at that right elbow. I don't think you see enough to overturn the call. Remember, the hand can be down. He's not down by contact then, but if the elbow or any other part of the body comes down and hits the ground, he is down.
And let's see how far he is from the goal line while they review it with 33 seconds to go. The Lions called a timeout, and then they decided to review it.
That's a good point, because when you go under the hood, everything's reviewable, including the spot.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge was handled well by the officials, as well as this booth review. Challenge earlier in the game, which nullified a Bronco possible touchdown. So it'll be 1st and goal from a yard out. Maurice Morris, touchdown, and the Lions add to their lead. They trailed 3-0 and now have scored 3 touchdowns in the game.
The Broncos not sure that Maurice Morris got in. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, but watch him at the end. When he stretches that ball out, it crosses the plane. Great job by the officials of being right on it.
And they're going to have to confirm this as well.
That's right.
And that is why we have the delay for the point after by Jason Hansen.
Just confirmed it.
So the 1-yard touchdown run by Maurice Morris and Hansen with the extra point, and the Lions, with just about a half a minute remaining in the first half, have taken a 24-3 lead. So coming up shortly, the Visa halftime report with the guys in the studio out in Los Angeles. Rams upsetting the Saints, Patriots battling the Steelers, and John, a lot of games saw some favorite teams down early and then coming back.
Absolutely. It shocks me that the New Orleans Saints, after as well they're playing, we saw St. Louis, they didn't look good at all last week. And that's the NFL for you, though. You never know on any given Sunday, and you never know in a game like this. It doesn't look good for the Broncos right now, but they can always, they've done it before, they can always come back. And the Lions are doing what a good football team's supposed to. This, to me, is one of the more talented rosters in the NFL. You lose two, not what you want to do, but you better respond. They're responding today with authority.
Quan Cosby in the end zone, and also a difference in the season for the Lions, who have really started slowly. They have had slow first halves, have really turned it on in the second half in a big way, but this is probably their best first half of the season. And once again, no return on the kickoff, and the Broncos will take it out on the 20. Well, we'd like to welcome the men and women in uniform serving around the world, watching today's broadcast in 175 countries on AFN, the American Forces Network. Thanks for all you do. We hope you're enjoying today's telecast. And what a great job they do, the men and women.
Absolutely. We can't thank them enough. We're able to be here today and enjoy NFL football because of them and their sacrifice. And kudos to their family as well.
Moreno is the running back, and Tebow throws underneath to Moreno, who is hit after a pickup of 5 by Eric Wright.
Second. Team timeout.
And the Broncos call a timeout.
30-second timeout.
In this quarter alone, Detroit has rolled up 141 yards, and the problem for the Broncos has been their offense against a feverish Lion defense.
Well, yards are overrated, but that's not good. That tells you there's a whooping going on right now, and the Broncos got to do something to swing that in their favor. Again, I go back to, we just saw an example. I think you got to give some confidence throws to Tim Tebow. I don't see the quick throws, the bubble screens that we see from everybody else in the NFL.
Second down and 5, 21 seconds left in the half. Tebow gets hit, and that will end that play with 14 seconds to go, and a flag is down. Corey Williams got to Tebow.
Holding, number 78. Offense, penalties decline. Third down.
Left tackle Ryan Clady, so it'll be third down.
And again, here's Ryan Clady at the left tackle position, but the pressure comes from the interior. Corey Williams working on Zane Beadles. Not so sure about a hold there by Clady. But Tim Tebow, one of his problems, you got to get the ball out of your hands in this league. I think you can help him out by giving him some easier throws, but that's where we are right now.
You see those numbers. He certainly does need the help as Moreno running and knocked out of bounds with 5 seconds to go. And just keep in mind that the Lions won the toss to start this game and deferred, so they're going to get the ball first in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's all stacking up for the Detroit Lions. And if you're the Denver Broncos, you better go in and make some adjustments. It started out okay, but the Lions have made the adjustments, and they're dictating, just like they said they wanted to get back to doing in today's game.
Third. Final team
Broncos
timeout.
call their third and final timeout.
30-second timeout.
Their first timeout came after they lost the challenge earlier in the game. So what do you do? 5 seconds left and you're on your 28.
Yeah, I can't imagine why you'd call a timeout. To me, if you go for it and you don't get it, Jason Hansen kicks another field goal through, and it's not as if you're in range of hitting a deep ball for a touchdown. So this is questionable to say the least. Maybe you take a chance downfield and you hope that the clock runs out. I think this is dangerous, though. I think you're only asking to make matters worse for your team.
Well, the Lions wanted to get the job done on both sides of the ball on third downs, and they have done that in this first half. Tebow unleashes it. And that'll do it as the players run to the locker room. And for Matt Stafford to throw 2 touchdown passes. First half, the Lions lead at 24-3. Fox NFL Sunday continues with the Visa halftime report after these messages. Tomorrow, but apparently our production people think we need some help in the booth. We'll talk to you later.
Right.
Let's talk about Tebow and your assessment of the first half.
Well, he can't wait for Halloween tomorrow. They better start helping him out. I think they've got to give him some confidence throws, get him going, because these guys are too good up front for the Lions. The Lions are responding like a good football team should. You've lost 2, they're coming out and they're playing football the way the Lions do when they win, explosively and full throttle.
And the Lions will get the ball on the 20. Matthew Stafford, 16 of 22 for 191 yards and 2 touchdown passes. Morris with 44 yards leads the Russian. Calvin Johnson, 4 catches, 60 yards, their top receiver. First down, and the quick slant to Calvin Johnson. And Bailey, incomplete covering. Let's check with Jamie Maggio down on the field. Jamie.
Thank you, Dick. Well, I spoke with Jim Schwartz in regards to the balanced offense that we've seen from the Lions. He said we came in here knowing they'd double up on Calvin Johnson. We knew we'd have to get our run game going. He did say there is no such thing as a comfortable lead in the NFL. As for John Fox, well, he said we have to be able to sustain on offense. We haven't done that since the opening drive. They've played a lot of 8-man box. We need to take advantage in the passing game.
All right, Jamie, and there is a wide open Titus Young off the slant, and 2 yards shy of the first down is Young, bringing up third down.
One adjustment it appears like the Broncos have made. Raheem Moore, who started the majority of this season, was replaced by Quentin Carter. Raheem Moore now back in the game for Quentin Carter at the free safety position.
Moore, second-round pick out of UCLA. And it'll be third down and 2 for the Lions. And overthrowing the back, Maurice Morris. Demaryius putting pressure on, and fourth down coming up.
Well, and that standing play by Elvis Demaryius. Look at him come to put the pressure on Stafford. Recognize Maurice Morris going to the flat. He affects the throw. Stafford can't throw it. Great recognition by a very good football player for the Denver Broncos and Elvis Demaryius.
And Demaryius, who had a shoulder injury prior to the first game of the year, had a sprained ankle out all of last year, and finally got back in practice late in the week. So Ryan Donahue will punt for the Lions, and Quan Cosby running up here, and Cosby gets hit, and the loose ball. It is a legal play apparently, and Cosby coming up did not call for the fair catch, and the initial call is Denver maintains possession. And let's see if anyone's hurt there. No. Maurice Stovall made the recovery here. Perfect position for Stovall. Tebow and the Broncos at the 36. You expect to see anything different in the offense, John?
Well, if they want to be successful, I think they need to. And again, it goes to quick throws. You got to help your quarterback out, put him into rhythm by giving him some quick throws.
They run the ball to Lance Ball, and the ball picks up a yard. Delmas making the stop.
And everyone, I'm sure, saw this contact on the punt return. And the reason why there wasn't a penalty, Matthew Willis blocked Stovall into Quan Crosby. Thus, it's not a penalty. Good call by the officials. Good no call, excuse me.
You know, his name we haven't mentioned is Demaryius Thomas. Pressure, and the ball picked up. Cliff Averill on the interception and goes in for the touchdown. And the Lions sent everyone in to Tebow. That's a fumble, and Cliff Averill runs it in for the touchdown.
Well, that's the trifecta by Cliff Averill right here, working against Orlando Franklin. The strip, the caused fumble, and the recovery for the touchdown. Doesn't get any better than that. Orlando Franklin needs to do a better job. Tebow's got to get rid of the ball quicker. Not much of a chance for Tebow right there. Cliff Averill does it all on that play.
Everyone was in there. Corey Williams.
It's a jailbreak right there.
And it's 30-3. And Jason Hansen adds the 31st point. 31 unanswered points by the Lions since the opening drive of the game when the Broncos got a field goal. And Averill gets credit for his second sack.
You're wondering whether this should have been an incomplete pass. It's the hand you have to watch. Is the hand coming forward? In my mind, no. Cliff Averill gets to the football prior to the hand comes forward. Great play by Cliff Averill.
Second time that he has gotten a sack and forced a fumble in the game. And another Hansen kickoff goes out of the end zone. And the Broncos will take over on the 20. Down 31-3. They're making the comeback king job a little tough.
Well, if this deficit keeps getting bigger, those fourth quarter comebacks are going to be unrealistic. And you may, I keep saying the quick throws. Remember that quick screen they threw to Calvin Johnson? I don't see any of that from this offense. And they do it with veteran quarterbacks. They do it with Hall of Fame quarterbacks. I think you have to do things like that with this young kid, or he's going to get thrown to the wolves.
From the 20, handoff to Moreno. And no Sean Moreno starting in place of Willis McGahee, who's hurt. DeAndre Levy makes the stop. No gain on the play. Lions defense playing big today. They have 4 sacks, a forced fumble, and a touchdown. And for Averill, that was his first career touchdown. So when we don't mention Demaryius Thomas, others are getting into the act big time.
And they've got a lot of outstanding players. Vanden Bosch, one of them right there up front. Corey Williams, Willie Young. They just keep coming at you in waves up front.
Second down and 10. Tebow had no chance. And a flag goes down as well. And it was Kyle Vanden Bosch, who you just mentioned. And that is sack number 5 for the Lions. And we're just early here in this third quarter. Loss of 9.
Illegal hands to the face, number 74. Offense, that penalty's declined. Third down.
That's Orlando Franklin, penalty decline. Ball back at the 10.
And again, you see another long developing play action pass downfield. That's not going to work against this group. They're able to get there with just 4 because they're so good up front. They're running right through your offensive line. You have to get rid of the ball quick. Now, Tim's not been on. He's been inaccurate, but you aren't giving him a chance to succeed right now.
And Gunther Cunningham's licking his chops. Third down and 20. No Sean Moreno with a run that gets them beyond the 20-yard line, but well short of the first down as DeAndre Levy comes up to make the tackle. And Colquitt will come on to kick again. Here's Cooper and Levy going at it a bit as Logan goes back. It's been a wild couple of weeks for the Lions. First involving the end of that 49er game with Harbaugh and Schwartz, and trying to block the kick was Willie Young, and a fair catch called for by Logan back at the 20. The Detroit Lions defense coming up big today. 57-yard punt there, and Detroit leading big. And welcome back to Denver. Very quiet here from the tremendous enthusiasm that we experienced before this game, and the scoreboard tells you why. And it's a first down for the Lions on the 21. Stafford has completed 17 of 25. Maurice Morris off the left side, and Morris brings it out for a gain of 6. Ryan McBean on the tackle. We'll get coverage of every NFL game on NFL Mobile. Call ** NFL to get NFL action right on your phone.
Dick, in a game like this is where John Fox, you know, he says all the time, we're still learning this team. Right now I'm watching, I'm seeing which of my guys are fighting, because those are the guys you want to move forward with. Which of my guys are trying still to be the guys to turn this game around.
Logan, who returns the kicks, is out on the left as a receiver, in the pass caught by Calvin Johnson. And that is his 5th reception of the game. Chris Harris on the stop, and a gain of 9, and another first down out to the 35.
5th reception of the game, and if I'm not mistaken, 4 of them have come from the slot when he's lined up against this guy, Chris Harris, rather than Champ Bailey. The other one being a quick screen. Easy adjustment for the Broncos to make to move Champ Bailey in. They aren't doing it, and the Lions are going to keep taking advantage of that.
First down, and Morris picks up about 3.5 yards. Take a look at the Lions' offensive leaders. Stafford has not made a mistake in this game. Has thrown for 208 yards and 2 touchdowns. Maurice Morris, who is playing for a job at best, 49 yards and 11 rushes. That's good for over 4 yards a carry. And Calvin Johnson, shut out in the first quarter, has 5 receptions.
Stafford's been outstanding all year. The last 2 games he's dipped, their team's dipped. As goes Matthew Stafford, so go the Detroit Lions.
Second down and 7, and the pass out to the left to Burleson, and knocked back. Raheem Moore. This is what Stafford has done in the 5 wins coming into this game and the 2 losses prior to today.
And this is the biggest thing for me. He's been under duress. And so what does Scott Linehan do? He does what a good offensive coordinator does. You run the football, you have balance in your offense, and you have quick throws. A lot of these throws are happening behind the line of scrimmage. You're allowing Matthew Stafford to get his confidence back, and he's responding with great numbers today.
Lions have rushed for 100 yards in the game. That's without job at best. Pretty good. 3rd down and 6. And the pass is caught by Burleson, but he's down at the 40, about 5 yards shy of the first down. And the Lions will have to kick. Champ Bailey came up to make that play.
Well, and that's why this guy is one of the great players of all time in the National Football League. I'm going to go ahead, hold off Calvin Johnson, excuse me. Then I'm going to go ahead, help my buddy out and make the tackle. Champ Bailey, as good and well-rounded a player as I've ever played with, an outstanding player. That's why he's going to end up in Canton someday.
And he's had some big-time wide receivers the last 3 weeks in Vincent Jackson, Brandon Marshall, and now Calvin Johnson. And running up to return the punt, Cosby, and is finally put down at about the 27-yard line. Champ Bailey, a champ, 10-time Pro Bowler, the most of any cornerback. Well, what jumps out to here, -7 passing yards and 0 for 8 3rd down conversion.
And none of that's pretty. We talked about in the open, 55 minutes was pretty ugly last week. Difference, you were playing a defeated team in the Miami Dolphins. You're playing a really good football team in the Detroit Lions, and that will not get it done.
First down from the 26. Moreno trying to juke his way and picks up about 3.5. Houston on the tackle.
We talked about the gap integrity, the tackling, that they haven't been doing it, this Detroit Lions defense. Everyone in their gap, good sound tackling, numbers on the ball carrier. That's good defense. That's going to make Gunther Cunningham and Jim Schwartz happy.
Second down and 7. Play action. Tebow doesn't see anything downfield. Ad-libs and overthrows Eddie Royal. That time Cliff Averill, who has scored his first NFL touchdown, has 2 sacks and has forced 2 fumbles. Great pressure there, and now it'll be another third down try.
Dick, we had a great conversation with Gunther Cunningham, the defensive coordinator of the Lions, the other day. He said, here's our keys to win. We got to stop the run. We got to stop 15. We got to make them throw. If we can, watch out. It's going to be a long day for him. That's the script's playing out.
Check, check, check.
Yep.
Third and 7. Tebow, and incomplete. Royal covered by Aaron Berry, and that once again will bring up 4th down. And if you're seeing the Lions with their 3 and outs on defense, realize they have forced more 3 and outs than any team in the NFL coming into this game today.
And that's just a inaccurate throw right there. That ball, I believe, is intended for Eric Decker. Actually, it was deflected at the line of scrimmage, ended up almost in Eddie Royal's hands, but the passing woes continue for the Denver Broncos.
Colquitt's kick. Logan, and he gets to about the 34, and we'll take a break. 7:07 remaining in the third quarter, and the Lions up 31-3. In there, he's been flexing that right hand of his a little bit.
Yeah, we saw him hit his hand, go hand-to-hand with Von Miller earlier in the game. I think your bye week's coming. You got this one somewhat in hand, and that hand's an issue. You got a pretty good backup in Sean Hill. I'd be making that move sooner rather than later.
First down on the 38, and a flag thrown before the play gets underway. And
Neutral zone infraction, number 58. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
Von Miller.
First down.
Is Von Miller on the offsides, but there's the contact where Matthew Stafford, and ever since he's been flexing that hand, and with the lead they have right now and a capable, competent backup in Sean Hill, I'd be looking to have Sean Hill in the game soon.
There's Maurice Morris. And Morris appears to have enough for the first down, with Woodyard and Demaryius making the tackle, a gain of 6. Not only have the Lions gotten the job done and going through the game plan the way they want it, they have yet to commit a penalty today.
Which is big for them, because they came into today's game as the 4th most penalized team in the National Football League, and their discipline to me has been an issue. They rectified it here today, and kudos to them for addressing something that I think needed to be addressed.
Lions with a first down. Flags are down, 2 of them, and this pass is caught in stride by Calvin Johnson, and he does a little deep and then steps in for the touchdown. It'll be 56 yards, and apparently the Broncos were offside, so it'll be declined, the penalty, and it'll be a TD.
Defense, penalties declined, touchdown.
Well, we've been talking all day how Matthew Stafford has been staying away from the matchup with Champ Bailey. But when this happens, the offsides by Elvis Dumerville, he says, I got a free shot. I'm going after Champ Bailey. I'm going to my guy, Calvin Johnson. And Calvin Johnson gives him a little stutter, gets Champ Bailey. And that's what Calvin Johnson does to people. He torches them, even one of the greatest of all time in Champ Bailey.
And he teased Brian Dawkins just a bit before he stepped in. So Jason Hanson looking to add the 38th point. And he does. Calvin Johnson with his 11th touchdown catch of the year and his 4th consecutive 100-yard game. That's where he stands in the most receiving touchdowns through 8 games since 1950. Shut out in the first quarter, but as my partner said, it won't be that way for long.
I told you it was coming. and they started getting him involved by moving him into the slot. And like I said, it took an offsides for Matthew Stafford to finally say, all right, I'm going to take the shot. But when you take the shot with Calvin Johnson, you've got a pretty good chance of being successful.
6 catches, 125 yards, and a touchdown. His 5th 100-yard game this year, 4th in a row, 18 of a career that is blossoming. So the Lions, last 2 weeks, averaging 18 points a game. Today, they have 38. And we still have 6:18 to go in the third.
I'd say if I'm Jim Schwartz and you said we got to get back to playing on our terms, this is their terms. And this is what makes, in my mind, the Detroit Lions a scary good football team. They're very explosive. They're very talented. If they can put it all together, this is a team to be reckoned with.
And John, they're coming back in a way that was the way they wanted going into the bye week, and then a road game in Chicago after that. And here is the kickoff once again. Cosby running it out from the end zone. And he brings it just past the 20. Well, this November, Fox Sports steps into the octagon with an epic heavyweight title fight as the #1 ranked contender in the world. Junior Dos Santos squares off with undefeated world champion Cain Velasquez in the must-see live event you can only catch on Fox. Dos Santos versus Velasquez for the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the World live Saturday, November 12th on Fox. First down from the 21. Tebow. And the pass caught by Decker and ridden out of bounds by Eric Wright. And getting about 9 on the play.
Well, I keep asking for quick rhythmic passes. Well, here it is. We've seen 2 of these today. He's completed 2 of them. You get back 1, 2, 3, get rid of the football. We haven't seen that all day. If you're taking long drops, you're playing into the hands of this Detroit Lions defensive line. Good mechanics by Tebow right there.
2nd down and 1. Lance Ball. And Justin Durant very close to the first down. So Stafford having a tremendous game. And remember, he was in the walking boot on his right ankle and really practiced fully and best on Friday.
Well, he's a warrior. That's one thing we've learned about him early in his career. He struggled to stay healthy, but whenever this guy can, he'll play. And if I'm Jim Schwartz, I know that, and I know he's going to want to continue playing, but I put Sean Hill in the game so you have him the rest of the year.
Broncos got the first down, and here is Tebow going deep for Decker. And Decker does a defensive job on Eric Wright, who had the best shot at the ball. 2nd and 10 coming up.
They keep stacking the box with 8 men. You got to take shots downfield, and you got to be able to hit upon them when you do. And it's just not a pretty ball that Tim Tebow throws up there. And Eric Wright, I think, really one of the quality acquisitions of this offseason. A lot of people weren't interested. The Detroit Lions were, and he's paid dividends. 2 interceptions. This guy's all over the field playing at a high level for the Detroit Lions.
That secondary really improved. Here comes the blitz. And Tebow's throw caught by Matthew Willis. And Spivey makes the tackle, the most spectacular catch by a Bronco. And Spivey makes the tackle to the 41, a gain of 28.
And that's a well-thrown ball. But look at these feet. That's where he gets himself in trouble. His feet are all over the place. He gets away with it right there with an accurate throw. That's where you've got to work on if you're Tim Tebow. Having those feet. You watch the Drew Brees, the Bradys, their feet are always right underneath them, pointing directly at their target.
First down on the Lion 41. Moreno finding an opening. And Moreno gets to within 3 yards of the first down with Louis Delmas making the stop. As we wind down to 4 minutes remaining in the third. Lions up 38-3. They have scored 38 straight points.
And the defense has been a big part of it. You know, you got to play what you call complementary football. Their defense getting the football back for Matthew Stafford in that offense.
2nd and 4. Moreno. And it's Tulloch who makes the tackle about a couple of yards shy of the first down. So 3rd down coming up. And Sue hears the boos from the fans.
I don't know if those are boos or sues. We are close to Nebraska.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You got our geography right. So now the Broncos looking at a 3rd and 2, 0 for 9 in 3rd down conversions. Can they finally break through?
We'll see.
And to add to the drama, we have a stoppage of play.
Team timeout. Detroit.
And the Lions calling a timeout. Their first of the second half.
You know, Dick, that was Ndamukong Suh's first tackle of the game. But let me tell you something. This guy affects every game that he plays and every play. Yeah, I played with a guy very much like this guy with Warren Sapp down in Tampa. And I was the beneficiary of it. We all were, because these guys wreak havoc. You know, there's been a lot of talk that maybe he's a cheap player. I've watched all the film. We've covered him 3 times this year now. Nothing cheap about the way this guy plays. He plays hard. He plays physical, the way the game's supposed to be played, and he's a force to be reckoned with.
And Gunther Cunningham, who has seen a lot of them, says, I have never seen a tackle like Ndamukong Suh. And
high praise from Gunther Cunningham.
He doesn't throw those around easily. 3rd down and 2 after the timeout by the Lions.
You think that's pressure? They're challenging him to throw the ball.
And he gets rid of it. And the pass nearly intercepted by Chris Houston. They try to get it to Demaryius Thomas. And the pass was thrown behind him. And Louis Delvis came on a safety blitz.
Well, this is what you call an all-out or casino blitz. Everybody's in. You get back. If you're Tim Tebow, you got to know it's coming. You got to stand back, stand tall, and deliver an accurate football. And Demaryius Thomas, you got to go up and battle for that ball. When you have one-on-one situations, everybody's got to go battle. Chris Houston battles harder than Demaryius Thomas right there.
Thomas made his season debut against Miami, had a 5-yard touchdown catch, played at Georgia Tech with Calvin Johnson. So you can see the kind of pressure that Tim Tebow has been under all day, going for it on 4th and 2. And now the Broncos will call their first timeout.
Offense, 5-yard penalty.
So the Detroit Lions trying to go to 6 and 2, and the Bears
Denver called their first
going through their bye week this week.
Prior to the delay of game. First timeout.
And a timeout is called.
Timeout.
And the Green Bay Packers, it looks like no one will beat the Green Bay Packers. How are you guys doing? But the Lions are very much in a playoff situation. And going into that week, they needed the win today. You hate to say must win at this stage of the race, but for Detroit, you asked them.
It was really important. You know, my former teammate and now the general manager of the Detroit Lions, Martin Mayhew, who's done an absolutely terrific job. I saw him before the game, and he said, if we're a good team, if we are who we think we are, we go and not only win this game, we put a pounding on them, and that's the way they've responded, and you've got to be impressed with that.
Key has been stopping the run. They faced 3 tough runners the last 3 weeks. And today they have stuffed it. 4th down and 2. Here's Tebow's pass, and it's right through Eddie Royal. And the Lions will take over on downs. So Tebow now 6 of 20 for 74 yards. And the Lions get it back with 3:08 remaining in this 3rd quarter.
And this is where the detractors, come in, and it's the accuracy. There's accuracy for a Drew Brees. It's, do you want it on the 1 or do you want it on the 9? Right now, throwing the football accurately is just a tough deal for Tim Tebow consistently. Can you improve upon that? I think you can. I think it takes great coaching, getting his feet straight, and then the rest will come.
First down for the Lions on their 34. Keelan Williams cutting outside and picking up about 2.5. Wesley Woodyard on the tackle. Do the Broncos have to have some new plays that we haven't seen from Tebow to operate with him at quarterback?
I think so. I think to give the kid a chance to be successful, I've belabored this point all day, but it's because I haven't seen it. The quick rhythmic throws. There's nothing wrong with the bubble screens that we've seen all day long from the Detroit Lions, that we see from the prolific offenses in this league to help a kid out. And can he make it as a quarterback? I don't know, but I think you got to give him a chance.
2nd down and 8. They fake the handoff, and Stafford, who still is in there, and nearly intercepted by Dawkins on the pass. They try to get it to Pettigrew. That could have been a risky play. Not that 38-3 is a tight game, and pressure by Von Miller. And you said it, Stafford should be out of this game soon, if not already.
Well, because there's guys like Von Miller out there, and remember, it's not only the hand. He came into this game with an injured ankle. If I'm Jim Schwartz, I pull a Tony La Russa. Give me the right-hander. Go get Sean Hill right now. Get him out of the game.
He doesn't have enough quarterbacks on the roster to do what Tony did with the pitchers.
No, that's for sure.
In relief in the World Series.
It worked, though.
Yes, it did. 3rd down and 8. Keelan Williams on the delay. Slowed up, and down he goes, and that was Broderick Bunkley. And, we're talking about a quarterback who has been injured throughout his career, and to the tune of this. The 09 season, missing 6, and then last year, the right shoulder. And everyone said coming into the season that if Matthew Stafford stays healthy, the Lions may do some damage finally.
And not only has he stayed healthy, he's been an improved Matthew Stafford. He's playing at a very high level throughout the 2011 season.
Donahue's kick. Quan Cosby gets it just past the 20. And a minute and a half remaining in the 3rd quarter. 38-3. Stafford has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Titus Young and Calvin Johnson. And Scheffler has a 3rd as well. And the only scoring for the Broncos was that early field goal on their first possession.
And the Broncos, Dick, are going through a process, and I think they're doing what they have to do. John Elway's running this organization now, and he knows it takes a great quarterback to win in this league. You got to find out, is Tim Tebow our guy? The Detroit Lions have found that guy in Matthew Stafford. Do they have that guy in Tim Tebow, or do they need to go find one?
And here's Moreno breaking a tackle and picking up the first down out to the 34 with Spivey and Levy making the stop. There is John Elway, back-to-back Super Bowl quarterback champion, and it's amazing having a quarterback like Tebow on a team where Elway was the igniter and the engineer. And this pass is caught by Eddie Royal. Gain of 6.
Well, I played on this team for 4 years, and there's a standard set by that man, John Elway, one of the greats of all time at the quarterback position, one of the great players in this league's history. But this guy's a winner. He'll get this thing right. And I think you look at the Detroit Lions, they're a perfect example. It can happen in a hurry.
2nd and 4, Lance Ball. And a fumble. And recovered by Tebow.
See him with Tebow, you're going to run a lot of what they call read options. Tim's reading that defensive end, Cliff Averill. He decides to keep it, but Lance Ball's grabbing for the football. Those kind of things can't happen.
3rd down and 7. Tebow will try to run for the first down and nearly gets to midfield, and that is the first 3rd down conversion of the game for the Denver Broncos after failing the previous 10 times. He gets 12 yards with Delvis upending him.
Well, this is one thing that Tim Tebow does bring to the table. There's no doubt about it. Elusiveness and athleticism. But that's also what happens in the NFL when you do that. And you wonder, can a quarterback stay healthy running like that?
End of the 3rd quarter. Lions 38, Broncos 3. Fox NFL Sunday continues after a break from your local Fox station. Start of the 4th quarter. Dick Stockton, John Lynch, Jamie Maggio, and 38 unanswered points by the Lions, who usually got off to slow starts this year, John Lynch, and second half was their half. 180. First down at the Bronco 49. Tebow still has it. Flag is down as Tebow is sacked back at the 41 by Lawrence Jackson. Sixth time the Lions have gotten to Tim Tebow today.
Holding, number 78. Offense, appeals decline. Second down.
Holding on Ryan Clady.
Well, this is what you're asking Tim Tebow to do. You're holding the football, play action. They're double covering receivers. They ran a 2-receiver route. They've got everybody back in coverage except the 4 that are rushing. It's not good percentages. What Tim Tebow's got to learn on a play like that, throw the football away. I know you want to make things happen, but if you want to survive in this league, you got to throw the football away and live to see another down.
Second down and 15. Moreno on a wraparound handoff, loses the ball, and the Lions get it back. Dominican Sue recovers the fumble, and the Lions will get it back in Bronco territory on the Denver 47.
Watch Noshawn Moreno battle for extra yards. Is that knee down? It's blocked right there by his right foot. He gets up and the ball's punched out. But again, they're going to challenge this. It's right there is the knee down. I think it is. You look at that knee.
Yep.
Looks to me as if it's down.
And the challenge flag has been thrown. It was Delmas who knocked the ball away, but you saw the knee there. So John Fox with his second challenge of the game.
Denver is challenging early on the field of a fumble.
We'll be back, take a longer look, get the decision from Walt Coleman when we return. Not easy to lift those pumpkins if you're a young boy. He walks away from it. Meanwhile, the challenge by John Fox after the ruling on the field that there was a fumble recovered by the Lions.
Watch, it's previous to the ball being punched out. It's right there. It's blocked by his foot right there on that angle. But it appears as if Noshawn Moreno's left knee is down. Here's the best angle. Right there, knee down, and I think this ball goes back to the Denver Broncos.
After reviewing the play, the runner's left knee was down prior to fumbling the ball. He's down by contact. It'll be Denver's ball, 3rd and 10 at the 49-yard line. That was Denver's last challenge. They have no more challenges.
There you have it.
I think our cameraman and our director, Greg Scopatone, should go to the Pro Bowl because they give us great looks. You can see it all, and those officials. Walt Coleman's got HD TV under there. You can't miss that.
They go to the Pro Bowl. They're still 9 behind Champ Bailey. And a few behind you as well. You went to 9 yourself, right?
It's true. Always enjoyed that. That guy will go to plenty himself.
Yes. So the Broncos retain possession. It'll be 3rd down and 8. You know, this week, Brandon Lloyd, former teammate of Tim Tebow, made a comment that the timing isn't right with his style with a pass receiver.
Well, what he needs to learn to do is throw the ball on time. And, you know, there's a guy, Ben Roethlisberger, up in Pittsburgh, who doesn't always throw on time, but in certain instances you have to. And then when things break down, you become the playmaker that Tim Tebow is, that Michael Vick is, that Ben Roethlisberger. So you got to use those skills when all else fails. But when that's your go-to, when you feel uncomfortable to throw in the pocket on time, that's a problem.
And he certainly has more of the size and bulk than Michael Vick has, who has been, you know, vulnerable to injury.
You know, and with all the experts, there's a lot of non-believers. I happen to be a believer. If coached the right way, if put in the right situation, I think he can develop because he brings some qualities in terms of his inspiring teammates and some of the ability that he brings that I think's that's special. And I think you can win in this league, but he's got to be given that and surrounded with those kind of things.
Been a couple of years since the Broncos have been held to 3 points or fewer. It'll be 3rd down and now 10, not 8. And here is Tebow's pass, and it's intended for Decker. And a flag goes down as Eric Wright pleads his case. Pass interference.
Number 21, defense. Ball placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Watch Eric Wright working on Eric Decker, and watch that right arm. Watch there. They call that a hook and turn. He pulls the right hip. He restricts him from moving forward, and the official's right on it. Eric Wright got caught.
You know, John, you sounded like you were very familiar with that maneuver.
Absolutely. You go to 9 Pro Bowls, they give you some of those.
So it'll be a first down at the 26 for the Broncos. And the first penalty of the game against the Lions. Tebow looking to find running room and dives forward with Justin Durant making the stop, a gain of 4.
You know, and I think the initial reaction of a lot of people is going to be 38-3. Well, Tim Tebow's having a rough day, but it takes everybody. Execution, starting with the most simple of things, the quarterback-center exchange, and you got to be able to give Tim Tebow a chance by giving him a good snap. This team needs to get better in a lot of areas. It's not just the quarterback position.
They've given up a lot of points this year as well, near the bottom of the league in that department. Talking about the defense. Second down and 6. Here is Tebow, and he'll get the first down as he goes out of bounds. Got 9 yards on that play, so Tebow has 40 yards rushing on 8 carries for an average of 5.
And there's a play that makes a lot of sense. Watch Tim Tebow go with the fake, and then watch the entire Detroit Lions defense go with the fake, and then you utilize his athletic ability, his legs, his ability to run the football. That makes sense to me. That's a good play call.
First time in the red zone for the Broncos. Tebow aims it, throws it, and it's caught by Daniel Fells, the tight end, making his first catch of the game, picking up 4.
It was Daniel Fells who made the terrific 28-yard catch at the end of the game in Miami, and one of the great catches of the year to allow them to come back and beat the Dolphins. He's been a nice pickup for these Denver Broncos.
Broncos' next game will be against the Raiders in Oakland, the team they lost to by 3 in the opening game of the season. Second down and 5. Tebow does the wise thing there.
That's right, and part of the development, something as simple as that, Dick, knowing when to throw the football away, and they covered it. You know, sometimes the defense gets paid too. When you're going against a good defense like the Lions, they get paid a lot, and they get paid well because they do things well, and you got to know as a quarterback there's a time just to say, all right, that play's over, I'm going to go to the next play, throw it away.
And Lawrence Jackson was a defender who was just keeping his position in case Tebow decided to run. Third down and 5. Here comes the pressure all over, and the pass is intercepted. Chris Houston. He'll go all the way. And a touchdown, the second defensive touchdown of the game for the Lions. And Chris Houston returns a Tim Tebow interception. And the Lions take a 44-3 lead, 100 yards on the interception return by Houston, his 4th pick of the year and 2nd touchdown.
And this is one that you can't defend. This is just a bad throw. He's going for Eric Decker, throws it behind him right into Chris Houston's hands. You got to be able to make that throw. He doesn't, and this is what that results in the NFL when you miss throws like that. You see the pressure coming, means one-on-ones outside, not a well-thrown football, and the result is touchdown Lions.
Jason Hanson, 45-3, with 3 minutes gone by here in the 4th quarter. The defense, the offense, you name it, Lions have had it all. 5-3 blowout for the Lions over the Broncos, and 2 defensive touchdowns today. Cliff Averill with a 24-yard fumble return for a score, and then Chris Houston with an interception going the distance, 100 yards. As the Lions up 45-3, and still 3 points shy of their highest scoring output of the year. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs 48-3 in week 2. Crosby will keep it there, and the Broncos will get it out to the 20. And this Lion defense has a right to feel this way.
Absolutely. They're playing outstanding football.
Now looking at Halloween tomorrow, Orange Sunday is turned into Black Sunday for the Denver Broncos. Down 45-3. Tim Tebow handing off to Lance Ball. And Lance Ball getting 9 yards. He has the longest play from scrimmage in the game when he ran 34 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah, and you look at that first series of the game, you know, Detroit deferred and Denver went right down the field. And Lance Ball had a big 34-yard run. It was all looking good for the Broncos ever since. 45 points later, the Detroit Lions dominating this football game.
And here is Tebow on the fake to Ball on the option. And he gets the first down, tripped up at the 46 by Amari Spivey, but not before a solid gain.
Well, this play has worked. We saw it down in the red zone go to the left. Now Tim Tebow goes to his right, and an excellent open field tackle by Amari Spivey, preventing even a bigger play for Tim Tebow and the Denver Broncos.
17 yards and a first down at the 46. And you got to wonder, John, if those critics, and you mentioned polarizing early on, are going to be even much tougher now after the showing today. First and 10, fake to Moreno, and this pass off the hands of Willis, incomplete.
Well, there's no question about it. I mean, this guy, we talked about the magnetism to him. There's an interest level in this guy that in some ways is not fair to him because he's a young quarterback. Young quarterbacks struggle in this league. He is mightily right now, and you're showing why there are a lot of critics. I mean, I've said all day, I don't think they're giving him much of a chance to be successful, but a lot of it lies upon him, too. You've got to be able to improve in some critical areas to play quarterback in this league.
Orlando Franklin. Right tackle shaken up. Timeout. We'll be back. As they work on Orlando Franklin on the bench, it is second down and 10. Tebow completes to Eddie Royal. And Royal gets into Lion territory. Bobby Carpenter on the stop. And a gain of 6. So they're working on the former Miami Hurricane, who's picked on the second round by Denver. He was replaced by Chris Clark. Third and 4 for the Broncos. 1 for 12 in third down conversions. Tebow ran for the one conversion that was successful and passes here, and it'll be a first down to Royal with Houston on the coverage.
Case in point, the last 2 plays for the Denver Broncos. 3-step drops, get the ball out of his hand quickly, so you can put some of the onus on Tim Tebow. He's got to learn to get the ball out of his hand, but you got to call plays that encourage him to get the ball out of his hand. 3-step drops, quick screens, things like that. That's good mechanics right there. That's good execution. You can help the kid along by giving him those type of plays.
First down at the 42 of the Lions. Tebow throws it away. Royal was the closest receiver, and he wasn't open.
No, he wasn't. You know, one of the things the Denver Broncos are getting used to, they've been playing with Kyle Orton, not a mobile guy at the quarterback position. When Tim Tebow does what a lot of quarterbacks in this league, Ben Roethlisberger to be one who's been very successful. You see the graphic, not very pretty for Tim Tebow. These receivers got to respond. You got to move to open space so that he can find you. And that's a learning process as well.
Second down and 10. Pass up the middle to Eric Decker, and he has a first down inside the 30 on a shallow cross with Houston defending, a pickup of 13 yards. He said not pretty for Tebow, but very pretty for Stafford if you look at his rating.
Well, Matthew Stafford's been excellent today. And Matthew Stafford's an excellent quarterback. This guy has really impressed me. You talk about footwork and stuff. Not only is he healthy, I think he's really cleaned up his footwork. This guy's a big-time talent, having a big-time year for the Detroit Lions.
First down, and here's Lance Ball. And Ball with another first down inside the 15. He's run well when he's had the chances. Bobby Carpenter with the tackle. Eric Decker, the receiver, and a good block, and it ends up a 15-yard pickup. And a first down at the 14 for the Broncos. Here's Decker. And Decker, touchdown, Denver. A lot of that done by Eric Decker himself. A 14-yard touchdown, and after that opening field goal and an injured Lion on the field and 45 unanswered points, and the injured Lion is cornerback Eric Wright. The Broncos finally score, and they get a touchdown. So Tebow to Decker. And his 5th touchdown catch of the year, but Wright is being worked on, and we will take a break. 8:19 showing on the clock in the 4th quarter. Decker with his 5th touchdown catch of the year, but he has another one as well, John.
As a punt returner, 90-yarder versus the Oakland Raiders in the open. And that's what you got to do. You got to put the ball in your playmakers' hands and let them go make plays.
Matt Prater on for the extra point. 45-10 with 8:19 to go in the game.
Now, if you're wondering what I've been meaning by quick throws, how about that? Throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage to a guy who's a punt returner, who, as we said, has been a playmaker consistently all year. That's how you help Tim Tebow out. That's how you help this team out. That's what needs to happen moving forward with him at the quarterback.
9 plays, 80 yards, capped by the touchdown pass. And Tim Tebow now with his 4th touchdown pass of the year. And that interception that he threw was his first of the season. Chris Houston returned 100 yards for the touchdown. And if the Lion fans are wondering, that wasn't the longest interception return for a touchdown in their history. Louis Delmas just 2 years ago returned 101 for a score, and Brian Westbrook back in 2000 also returned an interception 101 yards for a touchdown.
Speaking of Matthew Stafford's numbers on the days, but if you're a Detroit Lions fan, you got to be concerned about Eric Wright, who just went out, because Eric Wright's been a key cog to the success of this defense this year, playing at a very high level. He's got a bye week to get healthy. It's an old Cardinal rule in the NFL. Never get hurt on a bye week, because it means you got to stick around.
Only you would know that. And the kick sails out, and Sean Hill is going to be coming in at quarterback. And we want to remind you tonight, Animation Domination welcomes its newest member. From Jonah Hill and the executive producer of Family Guy comes Alan Gregory, premiering tonight after The Simpsons on Fox. Talking about Matthew Stafford as we look at this good promo for tonight's show. Stafford, by the way, has the longest run of any quarterback, 21 yards. You would think Tebow would have had that honor, but Stafford had 21, matching his longest run of his career. So here's Sean Hill, who would have been the quarterback if Stafford's ankle did not improve. First down, Keelan Williams. Good run by Williams. First down beyond the 30 and a flag down at about the 22. 11 yards pending.
Holding, number 89, offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Will Heller. And they'll bring it back. Let's go back to 2006 with these teams.
You see, it's been much improvement for the Detroit Lions. We're moved to 12-12 now, and the Denver Broncos, a very proud organization. They've gone backwards, and they've gone downhill.
It's Keelan Williams on 1st and 20.
Now, I was mentioning earlier, if you're a Denver Bronco fan, I'd be encouraged looking across at these Detroit Lions. I've already told you, in my mind, one of the most talented rosters in football. 4 years ago, this was an 0-16 football team. You can do it in a hurry. They went out aggressively. They did trades. They hit on draft choices like Sue and Stafford. And when you do that, you can turn it around in a hurry.
That's why the front office, very big factor in how teams do. Hand off to Keelan Williams. And Williams getting out to the 15. And there's a flag thrown from the secondary. Penalty marker down after the 4-yard gain. And let's see if there's a face mask here.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask, number 55, defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
DJ Williams with the face mask. They'll tack 15 on here.
That one's pretty easy. The back judge caught it. DJ Williams got caught with the face mask. They won't miss that one when your arm's out extended.
First down for the Lions at their 29. Keelan Williams. And he's brought down for a loss by Robert Ayers. Patriots Steelers, a big one today. Kurt Menefee with a game break.
Yeah, the Patriots trying to do the comeback thing on the road, down 23-10. Tom Brady hooks up with one of his many tight ends. Aaron Hernandez pulls it closer. It's 23-17. Looked like going to be a very good finish with 2.5 left to play. Hit. Done.
Are you surprised, Mr. Lynch?
We're going to make a comeback run. Two very proud organizations, the Steelers and Patriots, two that have done it as well as anyone over the time.
Timeout called by the Broncos, their second. 45-10 game. John Fox's team had a 3-0 lead and just added a touchdown in between. 45 points run off by the Lions, including 2 defensive touchdowns. 6 sacks, 3 turnovers forced, and 2 touchdowns. Tebow, 12 for 30, 124 yards, first pick of the year. And Stafford, a brilliant game. Second down and 11. Keelan Williams. Tackled by Von Miller. Loss of 1.
And Von Miller's a guy that this team can build around. You know, there's your old buddy Ernie Corsi had a saying that you got to find the guy behind the center and you got to find the guys to knock him down. This is a guy that's going to knock down a lot of quarterbacks in his career. He reminds me a lot of Derek Thomas, the late great Derek Thomas. This guy's a dynamic playmaker that's going to be a great football player for the Denver Broncos for years to come.
Second pick in the draft and called a 4-down player. Can't get a better compliment than that. Here's Sean Hill. And goes underneath, and the pass is caught by Keelan Williams. Out to the 32-yard line, and the Broncos will call their third and final timeout with exactly 6 minutes remaining in the game.
And I like that by John Fox. You're trying to see what you have in Tim Tebow, get him as many possessions and snaps as you can. So at 45-10, are you going to come back and win this football game? Likely not. But let's get our quarterback as many opportunities to get better as we could possibly get.
Take a look at the Broncos, mentioned next week at Oakland. And then they go to Kansas City, so 2 division games on the road. Home with the Jets. And at San Diego, Minnesota. Minnesota beating Carolina today. 4 of their next 5 away from Mile High.
Well, you're going to get Carson Palmer and the Oakland Raiders. And Carson Palmer coming after a bye. He looked awful week 1 with 3 picks. I thought it was ridiculous they played him. He's been on the couch for 6 months, and you put him out there, give him the bye week, let him get ready, and then now he's coming into the Broncos game with demons in his head.
No question. Brian Donahue will be punting, and Quan Cosby looking to return for Denver. Cosby still on his feet. And down he goes. There's a flag thrown, which landed out of bounds back on the 26.
number 33 of the kicking team, went out of bounds on his own. It's a 5-yard penalty. We added on to the end of the play. First down.
That's Brandon McDonald of the Lions. That's why they threw the flag out of bounds. Kurt Menefee with the game break.
Well, Cleveland trying to come back against the 49ers. This is Colt McCoy hooking up with Joshua Cribbs. 45 yards on the touchdown, and they're within a touchdown right now, 17-10, but the Niners are inside the 10-yard line trying to put it away. Dick and John.
All right, 49ers who beat the Lions a couple of weeks ago, and there's the screen pass to Lance Ball, and Ball loses it, and the Lions recover, and Detroit gets it back. Third turnover of the game by the Broncos, and the Lions will get it back as Lawrence Jackson picked up the loose ball, and getting up there is Chris Cooper.
Well, you want a statistic that correlates to winning and losing, it's turnover margin. In Detroit, #1 in the league coming in. Lance Ball loose with the football. These Lions are opportunistic. They caused the fumble. Lawrence Jackson right on the spot. You want to continue to win games, keep doing things like that. Hogue loosens the ball. Alfonso Smith comes in and finishes, and Lawrence Jackson falls on it.
First down for the Lions at the Bronco 40. Sean Hill, the quarterback, in relief of Stafford, who had a brilliant game, and a handoff to Keelan Williams. And talk about fumbles, and we're going to take a look at the defense, is that the Lions offense have only lost 1 fumble all year. But here's their defense today.
All over the field, and that's what this defense does. Steven Tulloch getting after Tim Tebow, then doing some Tebowing. The back end, Aaron Berry, Corey Williams, jailbreak on Tim Tebow. Cliff Averill, he caused the fumble, he takes it into the end zone. Outstanding defense. Chris Houston all over the place today. Chris Houston goes the distance. Great defense by the Detroit Lions.
Stephon Logan is in the backfield, gets the handoff, and Logan is tackled right inside the 40 by Von Miller, picking up 1 yard.
There's the great Gunther Cunningham. He's been in this league forever. He's a treat. Every time I get an opportunity to meet with him, that's exactly what it is a treat. He's a great defensive coordinator, has been for a long time. The Lions are fortunate to have him on their side.
Lions battling for a playoff spot. We'll go 6-2 on the year after this game. Take the handoff. Here's Sean Hill, and the flag is down. The catch is made by Maurice Stovall with Harris, and they will call a pass interference penalty.
Offensive.
Yeah, push off. Yes.
This is rare.
Pass interference, offense, number 80. Penalties decline, 4th down.
Maurice Stovall says, wait, I watch Calvin Johnson do that all the time. They never call it. I get out here, get some playing time, and they call offensive pass interference. The difference is he's Calvin Johnson.
So Cosby goes back, and punting will be Ryan Donahue. You notice a little beard and a different look on the part of Jim Schwartz in the last couple of weeks.
Change that mojo.
4:16 remaining in the game. And Donahue's kick bounces at the 5 and kept in play and down by the Lions. Maurice Stovall. So let's go to Kurt Menefee for a game break.
Well, the Seahawks had pulled it within 1 score of Cincinnati, but that changed rather quickly. Brandon Tate, 56 yards on the punt return for the touchdown. Cincinnati all but puts this one away. 3.5 minutes to go. They're up 27-12 in Seattle. Dick and John.
All right, thank you very much, Kurt. And the ball down at the 4, and that's where the Broncos will take over. Tim Tebow, who's 13 for 31. 129 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and his first interception of the year is rushed for 58 yards. Moreno Roshan Moreno, starting in place of McGee, picks up 2. Well, next week, the NFL on Fox, we have a exciting doubleheader. Take your choice. 49ers, Redskins, Buccaneers, Saints. That's not a bad one.
I love that one.
Seahawks, Cowboys, or Falcons, Colts. And then it's America's game of the week. Aaron Rodgers and it goes against the Chargers. And the Giants head to Foxborough to face Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. 2nd down and 8. Tebow in his end zone completes the pass to Eddie Royal. And Royal winds up with a 1st down out to the 16.
That's a guy that they need to get back and playing at a high level. Eddie Royal came into this league and took it by storm 4 years ago. Was so productive, and they haven't found a way to get him going on all cylinders. He's a dynamic playmaker, great returner. They got to get him going and playing at a high level again.
Ray.
1st down, and you saw one of the Lions move. Question is, was he drawn off?
Neutral zone infraction, number 94, defense, unabated to the quarterback. 5-yard penalty,
Jackson.
still 1st down.
Let's look ahead to the Lions. They have their bye week coming up. And then they go to Chicago for a critical game against the Bears. They beat Chicago at home 24-13. Carolina with Cam Newton, they lost to Minnesota today. And then the first of 2 against the Green Bay Packers. And then at New Orleans. So they have their work cut out for them a bit because this pass is incomplete.
And that's where, you know, in my mind, after playing a long time in this league, that's exactly where you want your bye. About halfway through, you've played 8 games, you're 6-2. You get to recharge the battery, get away from the game, work on some things that you need to work on, 3rd down offense, improve there. But you're looking pretty moving forward, and they've got the Packers out in front. But this team, as I told you, they just get in the tournament. This is a dangerous team and a team to certainly be reckoned with.
And a good way to rebound from 2 home losses, what they're doing today. 2nd down and 5 for Tebow. Pass is caught, and out of bounds is Demaryius Thomas. So another 1st down. Got 10 yards on that play. 2:45 to go. So Matt Stafford with a great day today. Calvin Johnson with his 11th touchdown catch in his 4th straight 100-yard game. And Tony Scheffler coming back to Denver, catching a touchdown pass as well. And going underneath to Dante Rosario, tight end who played for John Fox of Carolina. And they get it out to the 38.
We saw Demaryius Thomas make a catch there earlier. It's critical they get him going as well. He's been an oft-injured guy in his 2nd year. Big-time talent, size, speed guy.
2nd down and 3. Tebow pulls it down and slides. And gets 6 yards. And a 1st down.
One thing about this kid that I frankly love is that he's a fighter. He's never going to quit playing. That's Tim Tebow. He's going to play right till the end, right till 60 minutes every week. And if it takes more, he'll give you more.
2-minute warning here. Tim Tebow, who has rushed for 63 yards, but a 35-point deficit for the Broncos. 2 minutes warning. We'll be back.
People have many different opinions on Tim Tebow. One thing they'll never question is his heart and desire. And you're not afraid to give a little trash talk back there with Ashley Palmer, although he might be saying have a happy Halloween knowing Tim Tebow. Such a nice kid.
Won't be too much trash, that's for sure. 1st down. Tebow again going underneath to Eddie Royal. And Royal appears to have enough for a 1st down. 11 yards into the Lions 46.
And granted, these are the backups for the Detroit Lions, but if you're the Denver Broncos moving forward, these quick throws we're seeing late in the game, bring them early in the 1st quarter next week.
And there's a pass out to the 40 to Decker, and he makes the catch there. And you've been talking about that all game. I mean, obviously, you mentioned Tebow's footwork, and some of his throws off the mark. But the plays have to be there for him, and there are plays that would work for him.
You have to set him up for success. I don't think that happened early on.
2nd down and 4, and down he goes hard by Lawrence Jackson. That is sack number 7 for the Lions.
And that's a problem. I mean, 7 sacks last week, 7 sacks today. That can't happen in this league. Number one, because you won't survive. The guys are too big that are sacking you. Number two, your offense can't thrive when you're getting sacked that much.
Under a minute to go. And this one is flat out dropped by Lance Ball. So 3rd down and 10. Now 4th down coming up. And Rosario comes into the game with a play.
And boy, if you're Jim Schwartz, you've got to be pleased with this effort. His team came out, responded like a playoff caliber team would. And they're going to go into that bye week very happy in Detroit.
4th down and 11, and Tebow. And the pass is incomplete, and he was in the grasp by 2 players. One of them his teammate, Willie Young. Couldn't quite get him down. And he had some help here to Tim Tebow.
I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Willie Young has him, and then Chris Clark gets up after he lets Willie Young by him, and then says, stand up, go take some more beating.
Take another throw.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, you got
funny for us. I don't know if it's funny for them.
So the Lions will take over on downs, and tell you one thing, Jim Schwartz will be looking forward to a handshake at midfield after a win for the first time in 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. Leave that one alone.
And so Sean Hill will take a knee, and the Detroit Lions scoring 45 unanswered points, the most points they scored on the road since 1967. And the Lions win it 45-10 over the Broncos. The Lions go to 6-2 on the year, and the Broncos drop to 2-5. So Tim Tebow in his first start of the year at home, and a lot of hope and enthusiasm before the game, and it fizzled as the Detroit Lions went to town and getting the job done on both sides of the ball. Calvin Johnson with his 11th touchdown catch of the year, one of the many heroes. Matt Stafford will be back here in Denver after this.